Today, we're returning to Olympic Hot Springs and spending the night at Boulder Creek Campground. We will be biking into the Appleton Pass trailhead and then hiking into the campground and hot springs. Join us as we enjoy the springs, check out the ruins of the old resort, and cool off in Boulder Creek after dark.
Halfacre. Today we're at the Madison Falls trailhead, about to ride up to Olympic Hot Springs.
My backpack was poking my head. We're gonna need it for the hiking portion of this trip, so I had to get creative and figure out a way to get it on top of everything there.
Olympic Hot Springs is one of our family's favorite local spots. When we first moved to the area in 2015, you used to be able to drive right to the Appleton Pass trailhead. In November of 2015, the road had its first major washout. That damage was repaired, however, and the road reopened in January of 2017. By November of that year, the LWA had taken out the road again, though. Plans were made for a 1-mile bypass of the washout, but by 2021 it was clear that objections to the plan from local tribes and advocacy groups had effectively halted the planning process, and in May of that year, the Park Service changed the closure status of the road from a temporary storm closure to an indefinite suspension of motorized access. Hikers and cyclists can still use the road, but need to get past the washout using a bypass trail. Cyclists are instructed to push their bicycles through this section. In total, the ride from the current road closure at Madison Falls Trailhead to the Appleton Pass Trailhead is about 8.1 miles and 1,725 feet of elevation gain.
So this is the other end of the road washout. You can see all the sediment and debris that the river has deposited on the road here. And that's the way to the hot springs.
The Park Service has a ranger station and a number of other buildings on the far side of the washout, but they have been boarded up and are no longer accessible by vehicles. Removal of the Glines Canyon Dam was completed in August of 2014, and the Spillway Overlook Interpretive Site was opened to the public in June of the following year. Removal of the dam drained Lake Mills and allowed the Elwha to flow its natural course, bringing the return of salmon and numerous other ecological benefits to the Elwha watershed.
Welcome to Olympic National Park. This unit provides audio description for 3 of the 6 wayside exhibits.
We're looking at something like 1,300 feet of climbing over the next 4 miles, I think Jenna said. It's gonna be hard and it's plenty warm, but we'll get there. Looks like I better slow down. We're gonna use this log for a quick snack break.
And cheddar goldfish.
Look down there on the riverbed, you can see the dam site. Oh, we're finally getting to where it's leveling off a little bit and we can kind of coast. It's really nice. We have made it to the trailhead. Be safe, have fun, don't die. Those are words I live by. All right, now that we're at the trailhead, even though a lot of people go ahead and ride their bikes up that way, you're really not supposed to, and we're trying to be good campers. So we're gonna go ahead and take everything out of our saddlebags and frame bags and take it off the bike, put it into our backpacks, and we'll be hiking the rest of the way in. Breaking the law, breaking the law. We got our bikes locked up there. I've switched into sandals, and it's time to get hiking. Poor dog. Apparently, among the hazards we might face, there'll be cougars, goats, and nudity, but not fireworks, bicycles, or marijuana. We're safe from those.
Even after the Appleton Pass trailhead, hikers are still walking on what was once a road constructed in the 1930s. The hot springs themselves actually featured a lodge from 1909 until 1940 when it burned down. A second lodge was built shortly after, and it stood until the buildings were abandoned after the expiration of the lodge's lease, and the Park Service removed its snow-collapsed ruins in 1972.
Right now, Ryan, myself, and Isaac and Jenna back there are all being mobbed by these horseflies. These big horseflies keep trying to take a chunk out of us. So I broke off some branches. We've been trying to sweep them out of the air with that. So far, not a lot of luck. We'll probably end up applying some bug spray here when we stop for water. So right up here, there was actually a really cool suspension bridge that went across from here over to that side. You can actually even see one of the anchors still up there for it. When we hiked through here in 2015, we crossed it, but shortly after that, I guess it started to collapse, and it was removed by the park even before the road was closed. Now hikers cross the creek on this single stringer log bridge. A lot cheaper, but not nearly as cool. It gets the job done though. To the left, the hot springs. To the right, where we're camping. Ryan, being the fastest and most fit of our crew, has been cursed with the task of going and getting some water while we go set up the tents. So I'm gonna carry his pack up. All right, we just reached the campground. We actually ended up snagging the same campsite that we had last time we were here. Ryan just put some water on to boil. Pretty soon it'll be time for Mountain House. The hardest part of Mountain House is waiting.
Yeah, it is.
Got spaghetti. We just wrapped up dinner and we're headed down to the hot springs. It is 7:12 now, so I went ahead and packed our headlamps because we'll probably be coming back in the dark. But any earlier in the day and it would have been too warm to enjoy a hot spring, I think. All right, the hot springs are over that way, but first we're gonna go get some more water because you don't want to go to a hot spring dehydrated. While we wait for our water to filter, we're checking out this little sulfur pool over here. Is it hot, Isaac?
Yeah, not too hot.
That's a hot spring. It's really green. You can smell it too. Pretty shallow and pretty stinky, but there's more pools. Oh yeah, this one is really warm. I think we're gonna go check out some of the other ones. Got some forget-me-nots along the trail here. Ryan and I have checked out all the pools, and now we're gonna head back to the one where Isaac stopped, because I think that's gonna be the best one for our family this evening. Upward to Isaac's pool. So far, nobody's gone any further than their feet, because it is quite warm. All right, I got in. You gonna do it? Oh, now Jenna's got her feet in too. This pool ended up being a little too hot for us. We're gonna see if we can snag another one. This one is usually a little cooler than other times that we've been here. We're gonna try it out. This one's warm. It's not nearly as hot, but it's a lot nicer. Isaac is going around putting rocks on people.
Oh,
I don't know if any will fly over while I'm filming here, but we've been watching bats and dragonflies just nailing the bugs above us. It's getting dark, so we're getting out and heading back to camp. So we got this little cave here that we just saw on the way out. Gonna check it out. A lot of rebar. Obviously this is man-made, but oh, it's hot in here. Oh, whoa! This is incredible. Very steamy. A little pool here. You know, it goes back quite a ways. Not sure what the purpose of it was. See how hot that water is?
yeah. What's back here?
There's too much debris, bud. I don't want to go back over all that stuff. It just dead ends over there, but it's still really cool. That way back to the campground, but we're going to stop and get some water and rinse off in the creek, I think. Oh, this is actually kind of nice. Oh, that is chilly. It is really cold. But you gotta just slip down in, it's deep. Look. All right, everybody's back up out of the creek. We're filling our waters for the last time tonight, and then we're gonna head back up. Just made it back to the tents. See everybody in the morning. Good morning. We're just packing up our camp here, blowing some water for Mountain House. I'm gonna make some coffee. Because this time I remembered the stove. Link. Breakfast skillet.
We just broke camp and we're all packed up. Now it's a hike down to the bikes and then a mostly downhill bike down to the car. Until next time, happy hiking and biking.